Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day, and thanks for joining to the Isaac Wolowik channel, where all champions like yourself that want to evolve and become from good to better and keep on growing come right here. So in the last 6 weeks we discussed how the husband deflects, and today we will talk about how the wife deflects. And this is a bit of a challenging one, but you will love it. I believe you will love it. Ironically, or not ironically, I want to keep the same example, the same story, and watch. OMG, I've seen this in so many houses. This is a perfect example. It might not happen in your house, but it happens in many houses. The husband comes home again, and he complains. He complains why the kitchen is a mess, why the vanity top in the bathroom is so clogged up. Everything is sitting all over the countertop. It's incredible. It's so overwhelming. Why there's moldy food in the fridge, like for heaven's sake, you put new food in, you see something old in the back, toss it out in the rubbish or in the garbage. And instead of saying, I hear you, especially if he said it in a nice way, and especially if he asked already 15 years ago the same thing nicely, what do? Yes, indeed. We do what we were taught to do as children, deflect. And this deflection is even greater than the previous one because we have a justification to this deflection. And you know what? We're going to add the words that we didn't talk about the last 6 weeks. What a hypocrite. What a hypocrite. It's still deflection. Watch this. Wait 1 second. Did you just talk to me about the fridge and the kitchen? How many times do I ask you, when you come home, you take off your jacket, you put it into the coat closet? That's what a closet is made. What do? You hang it up on the back of the chair. This is a beautiful dining room set, and every time your jacket has to be there. We established there's a place for the mail in the house, but yet I find your mail all over the place. The car keys all over the place, and the list goes on. So she basically responds, you're telling me to be neat and clean? Why don't you look in the mirror first? And the wife will come to me, to us, to all of us watching and say, he's just a hypocrite. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to wait for the end because the beginning will sound like I'm going off. You got to wait for the end. This in itself, although he is a hypocrite, and I believe he is, this is still called deflecting. And you know better than me, it just doesn't work. You've been doing it for 15 years, some of you 30 years, some of you only 3 years. So only because he's a hypocrite, remember, everything we're going to do, it needs to work for both parties, for the party of us, not for I and not for him. This does not work. I understand you're frustrated. I understand he's a hypocrite. I understand he always gives excuses why he's allowed to be messy, but never accept excuses. But what you're doing is deflecting. He's a pointing finger on you, something that's bothering him, and you're dismissing anything he told you, and you're pointing the fingers back on him. What did we do? What, I should just take it from him? He doesn't have to listen to me, but I have to listen to him? Isn't this a two-way street? That is a good question, my dear madam. However, I do have an answer. And it's not going to be deflecting, not because it's right or wrong. Obviously, it's because it's wrong. But more importantly, it will not work for you. So what do I do instead? When he comes and tells me off, but yet he ignores everything I asked him, which means a lot. The kitchen gets dirty, I understand, but the kitchen is always a place where there's food being made and cleaned up, being made and cleaned up. Sometimes it doesn't pay to clean up because I know in an hour I'll be making food. The dining room looks so clean, so spotless. There's no food there. And yet he's so stubborn, and he's going to pass by the coat closet, and instead of just hang up his jacket, he's going to drop it on the back of a chair. Like, what's the big deal? Cleaning up a kitchen is a big deal. It could take me from 20 minutes to 2 hours. Investigating the back of the refrigerator, the back of the drawer for a rotten apple, that's a big deal. What's his big deal? It's even worse the way he's way worse off than me. So not only we're deflecting, but we find ourselves so just and angry and upset at him. But since it's deflecting, we are not going to do it. So please join me next week, and we'll find out how you could be successful without deflecting. And the method that I use actually could work 40 to 80% of the time, but it does work. And if it doesn't, we could go back to the drawing board and figure out another method, because I love plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, and you go on. But till then, please remember that regardless, you are way greater than you think you are. Thanks for listening.